Hello everybody. Today we are going to be continuing to finish our work on Unit 7, Lesson 3. And what we're doing here today is we are doing the activity right at the end of Lesson 3 called Separating Light. And that is on your student pages, and that's page 311 and 312 of your student pages. It's also right at the end of the OLS. And what I've done for you to save the interest of time is right here in front of us. I have set up the activity for you. I have my basin of water. It's a little larger than what you can see on the film, but it is about 3/4 filled. And I have my mirror. You can see. I'll let you look at yourselves. There you go. Set here on one side, I have taped a sheet of paper to essentially a box here on the other, which allows me to have two hands to use to show you and do the activity myself. Okay, so that's how we would set it up. We'd get our basin, put our mirror on one side. I have a square mirror today. And we have our sheet of paper, our white sheet of paper on the other side. It says use cardboard. I had a sheet of paper, used a box behind it in order to tape it up there. So I would have use of both hands and allow myself to move the light source around, as you'll see in just a little bit. All right, so I'm going to break away here for just a second. I'm going to turn out the lights and we're going to get ourselves going and show you how this activity works with separating light. All right, we got our lights out at this point, and we have a position where I've put the camera so that you'll be able to see the page maybe a little bit better. And what I have here is my light source, and what the flashlight allows me to do, as I'll blind you just quickly, allows me to do is it allows me to get a beam of light in a straight line rather than a light bulb where, remember, from a light source, the light is going to emanate out in all directions from a light bulb, from the sun, from anything that we would turn on like that. So what the flashlight allows me to do is it allows me to concentrate a beam of light in a straight line, remember. It'll go in a straight line until it's met by a medium. If it goes, the photons go through the atmosphere, photons of light come through the atmosphere, or through the vacuum of space, and then they don't slow down or bend or refract until they hit our atmosphere and allow us to see the colors that we see in the skies and everything like that. So this allows me to concentrate the beam a little bit better so we can get a better handle on it. So what I'm doing right here, right now, as you can see the flashlight in the background, I am sending a beam of light off of the mirror and into the sheet of paper. And what you are seeing is just white light. Well, why is that? Well, because at this point I am just reflecting a beam of light. Right? Just a reflection. As it hits this mirror, it bounces off at the angle that it contacts it and back out into our eyes, which in this case is the piece of paper. But it's reflecting all wavelengths of light, right? It's reflecting all of the light that the mirror hits it is reflecting back onto the sheet of paper, and that's why we're seeing white. Remember, white is all of the wavelengths of light together. White is all light. Okay? So as I just send the beam off reflection, if we're just talking about reflection, if I send all the wavelengths onto the mirror and they all bounce off, we're going to see white light. Now the goal of this one is to see if we can find a rainbow. And there's a big distinction that we need to make between reflection and what we call refraction. Remember that word. Refraction is the bending of light or the turning of light. And what happens is, as I send this beam of light through the medium of water, it's going to bend slightly. And it's going to bend in different angles and different wavelengths so that we will see, hopefully, all the colors of the rainbow. So I had to play with it a little bit earlier. I found what works the best. Sometimes, like at this point here, as you can see, I'm beaming it straight into the mirror, but it's not giving me a real good concentration. But if I put it at more of an angle, there we go. And I'm going to give it a chance to settle just a little bit. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. And there you go. There's my little rainbow. And what I've done is I've put the beam of light. As you can see the angle that I have it here, you can't really see the mirror. Maybe I can move it forward for you. You can see the mirror is at a pretty good angle, but the beam of light is going through the water first. It is refracting into different wavelengths, bending to different wavelengths. And as I look at it, and it's pretty clear on the video as well, but I am seeing red at the top, then orange, yellow, green. I get a blue. It becomes a bit of a darker blue, but it looks kind of like it goes from blue right to violet, although there is a darker blue and a violet. So I have all of the colors refracted here on this wavelength, and all I've done is put a beam of light through a different medium to make it turn. All right? So remember, reflection is the bouncing off of light to see whatever color. In the case of a mirror, it reflects all the light that we send to it, so we see only white light. But if we have refraction, we are bending the light just enough that we are going to see different wavelengths of light and create our rainbow. So this is how, using this activity right here, we can create rainbows, different colors of light, just by a light switch, a mirror, or a light, a flashlight, a mirror, and some water. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. I want you to answer the questions. Now, I'm going to help you out.